In this episode, I'm going to show you how to do keyword research for YouTube videos. So we're going to be talking about a lot. We're going to be talking about how you do research for these keywords. We're going to be talking about how you check the search volume. We're going to be talking about the question, how do I find the most high-ranking keywords, and why that's actually the wrong question to be asking. We're going to be talking about the difference of YouTube keyword research and Google keyword research. We're going to be talking about how you know what keywords your competitors are going after. And we're going to wrap up this video talking about common mistakes that most people do when they do YouTube keyword research. Let's dive right in. If you want your videos to dominate YouTube and rank at the top, and if you want to have hundreds of videos on your channel rank at the top like this, then follow some of the advice I share in this video. How do I research keywords for YouTube? Let me show you how I do it. So if you look at the screen here, this is a spreadsheet I created for Dan Good. He's a ghostwriter. Okay, so if you take this phrase, ghostwriter or ghostwriting, and you come into the keyword magic tool, which by the way, you can get a free trial of this tool at Hero Keyword Tool. Let's type in ghostwriting. And I'm also going to come and turn on the questions button. So now we have a list of questions. You can comb through these, pick out the ones that are duplicates, pick out the ones that are relevant. I'm going to show you that we've already done that. So here's the list that I found for Dan. And you can see over time how he started out not ranking for any of these, and now he's ranking for a lot of these. So when you're doing research, what you want to look for are the questions that your target audience is asking. How do I check the search volume for YouTube keywords? So back here in SEMrush, in this keyword magic tool, there's a lot of filters that they show you, a lot of data. I actually turn it all off. Like you can find intent or trend, or let me just show you if I turn all of these back on. There's a lot of data here, but a lot of this data is distracting and it doesn't apply to YouTube, or it doesn't apply to what I'm going for. And I'll just give you an example. So intent, right? Intent is informational. I don't know if there's any in here that, or there's another one. There's navigational. I'm looking for one that is commercial or transactional. Ooh, okay. So the world of website SEO is going to tell you this is so valuable to you because it's transactional. They want to buy something, or it's commercial intent. And they tell you to ignore those that are informational. But when you have a business that's built around your expertise, what you sell is information because you provide coaching or consulting, or you provide courses or training. Informational is the gold. And so a lot of the stats and tools like this, I just ignore because it's not relevant to me. So I turn all off that I can. I wish I could turn off the updated. I guess it's important, but when I copy and paste it, I just have to delete that data. But what's left is volume, and that's actually pretty important. You want to know if there's consistent search volume. Now this top one that has 1,600 searches per month, that would be super valuable to rank for, but I'm going to recommend that you don't start there. Okay, scroll down, find the phrases that are below 100. Find the phrases or the questions that are really, really specific. How to become a ghostwriter for music, where to find a ghostwriter, how much for a ghostwriter, how to become a ghostwriter music. When you start to answer those specific questions first and you go after search volume that ranges between 10 and 100, you'll start to get yeses for those. Just like Dan started to get yeses for this one first and this one, and then he started to get ranked for those ones as well and those ones. And now he's starting to go after some of these higher, more competitive or higher search volume phrases. How do I find high-ranking keywords for my niche or my niche? So hopefully you understand that that is the wrong question. You can know which ones are high-ranking or high volume, but you want to start by going after those that have the lower search volume first. What's the difference between YouTube keyword research and Google keyword research? To answer that question, I'm just going to show you. Okay, so we are logged into Jason Schroeder's YouTube channel. He has a construction channel. If you look down here, you'll notice that YouTube search in the last 28 days, he's had just over 30,000 views from search. So about 36% of all the views in the last month. But I want to show you external. If you click on that, you'll see that Google search is at the top. So we can add another 8,149 views to his videos on YouTube from Google search. So the content that you create for YouTube is going to appear in Google search as well. So when I do keyword research, I don't try to differentiate, is this search being done on Google or is this search being done on YouTube? I just want to know what questions are my target audience asking on any platform, and I create the content that they will find. The secret is Google is no longer a website search engine. Google is a content search engine. So when you do keyword research and you find the type of content that people want you to create, it works for both Google and YouTube. How can I find out what keywords my competitors are using? Well, I'd recommend doing the keyword research first. Find the areas that you want to rank for. So just like this with Dan, who's the ghostwriter, and you can go into YouTube and you can type in each of these questions and see which ones your competitors rank for and which ones they don't rank for. What are long tail keywords and why are they important for YouTube? In the world of SEO, if you ask what long tail means, they're going to tell you it's a 4-word phrase or a 5-word phrase. But in my world, where we're talking about questions, those are actually really short questions. It's very common that you can find phrases that are longer, even 8, 9, or 10 words, but it does depend on the topic. With Dan Good here, questions around ghostwriting are shorter. I mean, there's 4-word, there's 5 words right there. If we scroll down a bit, we're on this branch of book, write, help, we'll find a lot more. And this is what I would call long tail, an AI that will help me write an entire book. Or can ChatGPT help me write a book? Can I hire someone to help me write a book? That's what I would call long tail, and these are gold. How often should I update my keyword research? It's a pretty good question. Now, it depends on how thoroughly you do it in the beginning. If you just spend hours and hours and you find a whole bunch of branches and you know what branches you want to focus on, and you've got plenty of leaf titles, so you've got a full schedule to film for the next several months, you won't have to touch your keyword research. You'll just check your ranking and you'll see how many no's have I turned to yeses. But when you're preparing for your next filming date, let's say you're outlining another 20 episodes that you want to film on a filming day, if you notice that you're getting low on leaf titles, well then that's when you're going to do more keyword research. Can I rank for multiple keywords in a single video? The old style of website SEO, they would say yes, but in this version of SEO where you're going for a really specific question, I would say no. Just pick one question for that video. Let me give you a specific example though. So if I were to make this video or Dan were to film it, can I hire someone to help me write a book? There are multiple phrases within that question. So this question is going to be the title of the video, but you'll notice that this is on the book, write, help branch. The search volume for this question is 20 per month, but that's for this exact spelling in this exact order of words. There are going to be searches that are different variations of this, and you will rank for those over time. But all you need to focus on is the exact question. Just focus on that exact question and this will work. What are some common mistakes in YouTube keyword research? The most common mistake is to do keyword research to find results like this, and then you start with this one that has 1,900 searches a month. Or start with this one that has 140. Or let's look up at this branch. You would start with this one that has 4,400 searches, or this one, or this one. That's the biggest mistake because yeah, you want to rank for those. They have the highest search volume, but you're going to fail. It's not going to work. Those are the most competitive. But if you start with this one, and 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 you start to gain traction, you start to turn those no's into yeses, then you can later come back and go after these big ones, and you will actually have a chance of ranking for those. I would consider this video an introduction to the leaf strategy that I teach, but I want you to understand it in its entirety. So go watch this video next. I'll link to it on the screen. It's called YouTube SEO, the Leaf Strategy.